Hey y'all, hey, welcome to the amazing world of Quita. It's your girl Kitty here, and welcome to my channel. So, if you're new, make sure you like, subscribe, and ding the notification bell, and check out all the different playlists that I have on here because this is my life, my channel, my safe space where I come here and I create and I express and I teach and I do everything, and I just invite you in my life. And if you're interested in something like that and you're enjoying the vibe, then go ahead and ding the notification bell and subscribe for the vibe. And make sure you like this video as well. This particular video is going to be a tarot video. I have 3 piles for you to choose from. It's going to tell me what is blocking your manifestations. So if you've been in the process and you got some stuff up brewing and you're wondering what's up, well, like what's up, then this video is right for you. So let me go ahead and jump right into it. I have 3 piles for you to choose from. Pile number 1, and I will bring it closer. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. If you need more time, make sure you pause the video, take your 3 deep breaths, and choose with your intuition. If more than one pile calls out to you, that means you have more than one message. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm going to start with pile number 1. If you chose any of the other piles, I will see you there. Okay, so for you, pile number 1, your message says, go for it now. The future is promised to no one. Wayne Dyer. He's actually a really good guy to look into. He has great information about reprogramming your mind and how changing your thoughts can inevitably change your reality. So, what's blocking you, pile number 1, is your own thoughts. Damn, you in your own way, but no judgment. I'm just letting you know, pile number 1. You're in your own way because you have all these thoughts that contradict the reality and the life that you actually want to live. So, if you're like, man, I want to be financially stable, but your thoughts are like in survival mode or your thoughts are anti stability, then you're going to struggle. So, what you need to do is you need to get your thoughts aligned with what you want. And to do that, you start combating those thoughts, not saying, oh, no, don't think about that, don't think about that. When you have that thought of you're not enough, you're not doing enough, remind yourself of all the things that you are doing and remind yourself, like, yes, I am doing enough. I'm doing more than enough. I am enough. I am more than enough. I am worthy. I'm more than worthy. I'm very deserving. Whatever you got to do to counter that negative thoughts that will put you back on a positive train, back on a positive thoughts, and get your thoughts more on your side. So, what's blocking your manifestations is that you're like probably the type of person that's like 5 years from now, like, and then for you, that means that you're going to start 5 years from now when you can start now. And then in 5 years from now, you'll be in a better position. You'll be set up completely different because you're set up for the future based off of what you do now. So if you want to be debt free, you don't wait later on in the future. You start now with becoming debt free. You start now with getting your body right. You start now with getting your mind right. Those are things that you work on now so that in the future, because the future isn't promised to no one. Who guaranteed you for tomorrow, pile number 1? Nobody. Nobody's guaranteed tomorrow. So, with that in mind, you live for now, you live for this moment, and you try and be the best version that you can be today. You try and make the best choice that you can today. Because today, this moment is all that matters right now. Of course, you can always think about the future because that's what gets us excited. We're doing things for the future, but we're not doing things in the future. We need to be doing things now, working toward a future. Okay, I hope that makes sense, pile number 1. So what's getting in your way? You got all the tangled up. Tangled up. What are you tangled up in your thoughts? You're tangled up in these emotions, and with this owl being on top, you don't see your way out. You're just tangled up in the webs. And I'm getting the Grinch, Mr. Grinch, the song, Mr. Grinch. You're stalking, blah blah blah. I don't actually know what he says. Like temperance. You're trying to put your own fire out. Don't do that. Why are you trying to do that? We have death here. So, pile number one, what's blocking your manifestations is the fact that one, you're not taking any action towards anything. You're struggling to even figure out what type of future that you want to have. You are going through a series of endings, and some of those endings are like you burning a bridge because you feel I don't because you're all tangled up in these emotions and you're all tangled up in these negative thoughts. They don't have to be emotions. They're just thoughts that are not propelling you forward in a good way. They're eating at you. And now this particular death card is not like people see the death card and like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Like, I mean, we're all going to die. That's not what this card means. This card is actually about rebirth and starting over. And with death comes new things. With death comes new growth. With death comes new life. All right. So, and that's not to say like you guys didn't experience loss but it's like if you want a good life, why are you holding on to bad things? You see what I mean? It's counter. You can't There was a post that I read that said a negative mind will never produce positive results. And that's literally what this is. With the King of Wands and the Two of Wands, you're definitely a thinker and you have the potential. Like, you have the potential. You just got to get through your thoughts. Like, you got to be the one to see your worth. You got to be the one to take that action. You got to be the one to put things in place. Like, I see if you actually ever did that, your future is bright. I see financial stability. I see your manifestations coming to like hand it to you. Okay, you sitting on the throne, that's very stable. You're working towards your stability because you really want to feel stable. You feel very unstable right now. You feel very heavy. You feel unworthy because you're trying to put out your own fire before you've even given yourself a chance. You have the scribe. You have the power to recreate and say and re-narrate and rewrite your story. No one else can do that for you. Look at this. This is the rebuilder card. Like, what's stopping your manifestations is the fact that you need to start solidifying who you are. Are you a victim or are you a heroine or a hero? Okay. Are you the victim or are you victorious? Okay. So that's what we're asking. Like, do you want it, like, you get to choose with the scribe here, you have the choice. Who do you want to be? What do you want to experience? What do you want to feel like? What's going to get you there? Take appropriate action. You don't need to take action 5 years from now. You need to take action now. Now is the perfect time. Now is the perfect time to let go. Now is the perfect time to put yourself out there. Now is the perfect time to talk to someone and tell them what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to live for now. What's stopping your manifestations is you're either too caught up on the past or you're too focused on the future and you're just forgetting to live for now. And when you do that, you start to feel like, for example, if you're stuck in the past, which a lot of you are, but I do see that middle ground where so many people are so focused on the future and they're getting upset because like it's like, well, if I look at my life now and I look at how I envision myself for the future, this ain't it. And it makes you feel like you're unworthy of this future version of yourself that you're constantly envisioning for yourself. And it's not that. It's just you got to be taking that action now. Like, if you feel like you need to go to the gym, you don't need to wait. You can start doing stuff now to get you set up for the future, to get you that body that you want, to get you those emotions. Like, you are letting things and situations steal your joy. And you're focused on what everybody else doing and what they doing and how they got going on and how many swords they got and how I can get what they want. It keeps you up at night. It literally disturbs your peace by focused on what everybody else got. Like, my daughter, she like, I mean, like, I feel like we all did that. Like, oh, you have a bigger piece than I have. You have 10 blueberries instead of 7 like the rest of us. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. We have call. Make that call, answer that call. Do not hesitate. Act now. This is a call to action. Told you. Call to action. We have that Aquarius sign in the reverse. Impulsive, unpredictable, inconsistent, extremist, stubborn. Mm. So what's also blocking your manifestations is that you haven't taken action on anything. Or you could be taking action, but you're not taking the action that you need to actually keep you in the present. Okay? You're are being very impulsive, or your impulsive nature is what's blocking you. The fact that you are unpredictable, which lets me know that you don't really write things down. You kind of get the idea or you say it out loud, but you're not writing things down. You're inconsistent, which means that you're starting and stopping, or just, keeping that momentum. Start, stop, on to the next new thing. Start, stop. Oh, I'm bored. What else can I do? That type of thing. And you're stubborn. Like, you know what you got to do, or people have to, like, you don't want to hear what people got to say if it don't match what you're thinking. You don't want to, like, none of that. Okay. We have break. Whew, you need a break. And to give yourself a break, take some time out, go out and breathe. And another thing why you can be like, again, like living for now, because like when you're manifesting, you're thinking about the next moment. Okay, once you've put out this is what I need, this is what I want, this is what I want to do, whatever. Once it's out there and you've taken the step, like you don't need to keep like, when is it going to come? When is it going to come? This is like, okay, like when you order something from Amazon and it tells you that it's coming at this particular time, you don't need to keep monitoring that package. You know that it's going to get there. So it's like the kind of the same thing. Like if you're in your own way, it's time for you to take a break. It's time for you to recuperate your thoughts. It's time for you to get yourself together. Um, Pour into yourself some more. Come back to that joy and bliss. And when you're in the present, you will notice that it is a lot easier for you to be for you to feel joyful, for you to feel joy when you're being present. Because when you are focused on the past, that breeds anxiety. When you are focused on the future, I might got it backwards. When you are focused on the past, yes, okay, when you are focused on the future, that breeds anxiety, right? When you are focused on the past, that keeps you in a survival mode, because you're thinking about all the things that you had to survive to get to this moment. And when you're focused on the present, that's when you are aware of how far you've come. And yeah, what was I saying? But yeah, and when you're living for the present, you're more like, okay, this has happened, this has happened, this is happening for me. You're able to see things for what they are when you're in the present moment. We have Pisces. Empathetic, artistic, emotional, selfless, natural healers. I said Pisces, but I mean Cancer as well. We have uncle, and we have jealous in-laws. Ooh, my temple on the left side just started hurting. Started throbbing a little bit with annoyance or with something. All right, so with this uncle here and this jealous in-laws, like that's what I'm getting. Like family's jealous of you. In-laws are jealous of you, or like I said, this could be you being jealous of your in-laws, or you being jealous of your family, or you being jealous of um your cousins or your uncles, or like you're jealous of either your cousins or your nieces and nephews. Like I don't know how old we are, y'all, but that's just what I'm getting. um and that's not gonna resonate for everybody, so if it don't resonate with you, let it be. But that's what I have for you, pile number one. If you like that reading, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Okay, pile number two, if you chose this beautiful card, it says, great works are performed not by strength, but by perseverance. So, y'all have been through a lot, and y'all have persevered. We got the magician. Wow. Okay. Almost forgot what this reading was about. It was about to lift your asses up. So, pile number 2, what's blocking your manifestation? Because first of all, like, you're the magician, right? So the thing I feel like I notice about you is that whenever you want to manifest something, you feel like a huge transformation happens in your life where you're going through trial and tribulation, and then you reap the benefit of your manifestation, right? And then that makes it hard for you to pour into yourself or see your worth because you're like, why is my life having winters when all I want to do is see spring, right? But let's think about the seasons for a moment, right? We have winter, which inevitably everything, not even everything, because we have winter greens and like some places don't even see winter. So you got to think about that. But we're talking about traditional winter, right? When all the plants lose their leaves, right? But it's not the end. They lose their leaves for a season and they're just trees, right? They still have their solid roots. They still have these strong branches. You know what I'm saying? They still have all these connections, right? And then in the spring, the beauty unveils itself. All these things the different colors start to bloom, and then in summer, things are really flourishing. And then in fall, we're back to the cycle of endings and things like that. So my point is that there is a season for everybody and there's a season for everything, right? Just because you are in the season of winter, just think what comes after winter. Everything is everything. Y'all might like Lauryn Hill or might resonate with her personal story, which I don't know it, so don't look for me to tell you it, but y'all might be a Lauryn Hill fan or like her music. But yeah, like that's literally what it is. After winter must come spring. But yeah, let me tell you that everything is everything. And that's literally what it is because after you go through that period, boom, the blessing is here. The manifestation is here. What you asked for is here. So don't be discouraged because it's like you be persevering. Like you be like, oh my God, like why are you sending me things that can make me stronger when all I want to do is be soft? Okay? It's the fact that you always persevere. No matter what is thrown at you, you always persevere. And that's where the biggest blessings be coming in. Because you be thinking that it's over, but really it's just a door shutting so that you can walk through another door. We have the 3 of air. Like sometimes you okay, so you have it's so funny. It's so funny with you because it's like a cycle. Where you put in the manifestation, you put in the work, and it's either not happening quick enough for you or the fact that you get upset because there's always a trial. Not always, but it just feels like always, right? Like you put in a request and then boom, your life shifts. Okay. You decide to manifest money and now all of a sudden people coming out the woodwork wanting you to owe, right? And then you get this fruitful bounty, right? But again, like I'm making like seasonal references with your pile, so that might be um, showing some relevance because it's like the farmer who gets to reap the benefits of his garden, of his harvest, because and it's all about trials and tribulations, like figuring out what works and what doesn't, and that's how you're able to persevere, and that's how you're able to gain the strength and gain the knowledge and gain the skill for the next phase in your life, which is more likely the next phase is all about reaping and rewards and abundance and things like that. And this card, I'm just going to read this card to get a little bit more information from this one. But if you're looking for like companionship and partnership, like you're going to have that, right? But it's like, it's not going to come when you when you want it. It's going to come when you're focused on you, when you're focused on, your life, when you're focused on building yourself up. Not really when you focused on it, but when you're there, when you're on this other vibration that isn't strife. And you know what I mean? Okay, that's just going to resonate with who it's supposed to resonate with. If it don't resonate, don't take it. That's fine. All right, be right back. Come here, read this. Okay, so again, we're back to this. Did I pause y'all? Okay. So, yeah, with this card, this is about aligning yourself, like I was saying. And this is also about seeking those who will teach you whatever skill that you need. So, of course, if you don't have the skills and knowledge to earn earn, what was I gonna say? I had a sneeze that was coming out, but it didn't come out. But anyways, if you do not have the skills to get what you need or to gain what you need, then you will seek someone out who will teach you the skills. Don't wait for somebody to come to you. Go out there and seek what you need when it comes to learning a skill. Two heads are better than one. This is talking about teamwork, right? Partnership, mentorship, right? So it's like whatever you are manifesting, it might require a mentor, okay? It might require some form of partnership, some form of teamwork, linking up with somebody who has mutual interest, okay? This is someone or who's going to help you overcome your obstacles. So if it's a mental thing, this is a mentor that's going to help you get through that mental shift by providing you the tools or the skills to do such things. Right? This is going to be a natural and organic type of uh connection there. So, yeah, like I said, like you might need assistance. And so this is about collaborating with somebody, right? And so now is the time for teamwork. In this situation, two heads are better than one, and two pair of hands will make lighter work. So, yeah, pile number two, that's what I have for you. If that made sense, let me know down in the comments. But before I go, I want to pull a couple word cards for you because I did with pile number one. Zam. We got the King of Pentacles, so that's what we ending off on. Like, you are going to be successful. Like, I'm saying, like, whatever help you got is going to get you the house. It's going to get you the clothes. It's going to get you the status. It's going to get you the stability. It's going to get you the coins. Hell yeah. What is this? Got somebody plotting to steal from you. Thief and robbery. Like, what? So you got somebody trying to steal your joy, steal from you, steal your money, steal your success, steal your fame, steal your name. Like, boo. I can buy myself flowers. Like this was somebody you was dependent on. Like you don't need them. You don't need them. You need you. Like this is somebody who didn't want you to be independent. Like, and if it's not someone literally doing that to you, they're just wishing like that you lose it all. They don't want 12th house. If you're 12th house represents Saturn, right? Enlightenment, death, expenditure, extravagance, losses, hospitals, jails, lockups, foreign residence, death and rebirth. So that's what the 12th house entails, right? You might have a 12th house in Taurus. You might be a Taurus, have Taurus in your chart, right? So kind, generous, hardworking, independent, supportive, caring, romantic, nurturing, affectionate, and calm. That might be the person that you link up with that's going to help you gain the skills that you need to become independent, to become a money management, to become self-sufficient, to learn the skills that you need. So that's what I have for you, pile number two. Make sure you like and leave me a comment to let me know how this video resonated with you. And I will be moving on to pile number three. Okay, and finally, pile number three with this beautiful card here. It says the limits of the possible can only be defined by going beyond them into the impossible. The limits of the possible can only be defined by going beyond them into the impossible. Sorry, y'all, I try to read it twice so that it could hit you, right? So this card is saying the limits of the possible can only be defined by going into the impossible, right? Because everything is impossible until someone makes it possible, right? So with you, what's blocking your manifestation is the fact that you are limiting. You're dealing with limiting beliefs. You are limiting yourself like, oh my God, I want to manifest this. This is impossible for me. No, it's not. It's only impossible because you haven't done it yet. Once you do it yet, it is going to be possible, right? I made my first sale, for example, in training. It was completely unexpected to me, right? But I was calling, I was doing a follow-up call for a 2-year old list, and it was completely unexpected, but I didn't even give myself an expectation, and I didn't give myself um a limit. But like, the limit would be, oh, a new person can't make a sale on their first during training, but I made it possible, and I showed other people that it's possible. Like, you can totally make a sale your first 2 months, and so that's kind of what it is. Like, everything can seem like it's impossible until someone makes it possible. And so don't limit yourself, pile number 3. That's your biggest um block for manifestation. Also, you're not disciplined with the Father of Wands here. You're not disciplined. You don't have any structure. You don't have any routine to actually get your manifestation, right? With the Son of Pentacles, you might be irresponsible with money, but you want to make more money. We have the Father of Swords, like not taking things seriously, not taking appropriate action, right? You got a lot of ideas, but you're like a floater. All right. We have the 6. So we have the 6 of Cups in reverse, right? So you don't give yourself enough credit, and you kind of like you don't give yourself enough credit, right? Where you're like doing some stuff, you got a lot of skills, you got a lot of talents, you got a lot of things under your belt, but you're like, yeah, on to the next thing. Gotta hurry up and get on the boat. You know what I'm saying? You don't give back, or you don't give other people their credit, or you don't, just simply not giving yourself credit, right? But you have a lot of ideas, you've pursued a lot of things, you've done a lot of things, right? But you don't feel like it's measuring up to whatever you got, that whatever expectation that you have. We have heaven and earth. You need to put things into balance. You need to put things in perspective. We have the king of earth. We have the counselor. Then we have the 8 of earth. So you guys need to ground yourself, right? Definitely need to ground yourself. And a need to cipher through your feelings, because you are feeling drowned in your emotion. There was that head above water. There's a song that's trying to creep up into my head, but I can't think of it. Head. Oh, I'm not gonna write you a love song, 'cause you tell me it's what you need. Well, however it goes. But that's not the song that head on the water, and you tell me to breathe easy for a while. But let me read this 8 of earth for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to read out your potential block. So it says, do you find yourself looking at life through jaded, cynical eyes? Are you currently blind to the wealth and abundance you already have in your life? If so, the 8 of earth cautions you against those negative thoughts and a failure to appreciate the wealth in your life. It asks you, if you do not see the value of or appreciate what you have in the present, how will things be different in the future? If you are only after financial reward or status, you may discover the truth in that old saying, money does not buy happiness. Exactly. That's why this is in reverse, I feel like. And right here, while he's like he has it all, but he's still got his arms folded and he doesn't have a smile on his face. And then like Didn't I say like you not giving back? While it is true that money can sometimes bring more freedom and security, embracing a quote unquote lack mentality will keep you focused on what you do not have instead of what you do have. Do you want to be rich or do you want to be wealthy? Take a look around you. You might discover that you already possess priceless treasures that, if lost, can never be replaced. Exactly. So make sure you are showing gratitude for those that are helping you along the way, that have helped you, and just being grateful for the things that you do have, because those that showing that gratitude and filling yourself up with that gratitude is guaranteed to set you up for more financial rewards, but for personal like love of self, because it's like, wow, I'm really, a grateful person. So that's what's blocking your manifestations, is the lack that you are feeling. I love you, but you guys might have a family, but you're like, yeah. Investigate what triggers you. Your triggers highlight what inside of you needs explorations. Like I said, with giving the flowers, that could be like to your family, just showing appreciation for your family or for whatever your pride is. Investigate what triggers you with that counselor here. What is triggering you? Whatever is triggering you is highlighting what inside of you needs more exploration. Like if you grew up without a father, like how is that actually affecting you? How is that affecting the discipline that you have in your life, the love that you have for yourself? Because from what I've been learning, a father's role for a daughter shows her her worth, teaches her her value. And when you don't have that, you feel that lack thereof. And it's a little harder for you to love yourself um, until you decide to love yourself and to love the fact that, and to know that um, his absence had nothing to do with you, and go through a whole acceptance and, um, things like that. But we have scrub, nothing in their name, nothing to offer. So, are you feeling like a scrub, or are you dealing with a scrub? Maybe your father was a scrub, right? And they had nothing to offer. But yeah, we have love the hair, and then we have poser. Wanna be you, copycat, fake, phony, wishing for your life. So, sorry, I'm smacking in y'all ear. Anyways, um, so what's blocking you, pile number three, is that maybe you're jealous of somebody, or maybe you're dealing with Stockholm syndrome, where you're trying to be or trying to imitate a life that you feel like is a good one, but it's not really matching the life that you actually desire. So there's like some friction there. Um, but there definitely needs to be some shadow work with this pile, and stop limiting yourself. You deserve good things in your life. No matter if you didn't have a father, you still deserve your children to have a good father in their life and a good role model in their life. You still deserve to be treated with respect and love and kindness. You still deserve to be financially stable and to be um, financially wealthy. And you deserve to live a life without lack. And that also starts in the mind. And that also, you know, it just bleeds off into everything else. So, pile number three, that's what's blocking your manifestation. You must work on being grateful. You must work on taking those limits and putting them aside, and knowing that there are no limits. There are no true limits besides the ones that you have in your mind. So that's what I have for you, pile number three. If this video made sense or resonated with you in any way, definitely leave me a comment. Let me know down below. And make sure you like and subscribe and come back for more. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.